Howdy. I wanted to talk to you a little bit today about what it's like to use hoof boots on a mule or donkey or a horse. So I'm giving a program at Leatherwood Mule Days called Making Hoof Boots Work for Your Mule. And it's my experience about traveling with hoof boots and mules and also horses for over 10,000 miles. That's both ways across the United States, across Newfoundland, and most recently from North Carolina to Idaho. And this was all done in hoof boots. So just to back up here a minute. When I talk to a lot of people with mules and also horses about their experiences with hoof boots, I hear one of three things. One, those things suck. Hoof boots? Are you kidding? On a mule? They fall off, they twist off, they rode my mule, never going to use them again. Experience two, or response two, I love them. They're great. Those are pretty rare because a lot of people don't use hoof boots on mules. And the third response is like, yeah, I've thought about those. Like, what's been your luck? So right off the bat, I've had really, really good luck with hoof boots on mules. I've ridden from Atlantic to Pacific Ocean with a mule and a pack pony named Maggie wearing hoof boots. I've gone Canada to Mexico, across Newfoundland, and also from North Carolina to Idaho with mules and horses wearing only hoof boots. So a little bit about the upcoming program, Making Hoof Boots Work for You, that I'm going to give at Leatherwood Mule Days. So the program is the Thursday of Mule Days, 6 to 7 p.m. So come on out. The program is free. I'll have a whole bunch of hoof boots available for you to check out. I use 4 different brands of hoof boots on my mules. Easy Boots, Cavallos, Scoots, and Renegades. I'm going to have all 4 types available for you to check out at Mule Days at Leatherwood at the program I'm giving from 6 to 7 p.m. on Thursday. I'm also available for fittings, so if you'd like to book me, I'll come out an hour and a half, check out you and your mule, your donkey, or even your horse. Horses are allowed at Mule Days at Leatherwood. And I'll spend some time answering your questions about hoof boots and mules, looking at your animal's feet, deciding if you're interested in going to boots, what would be the best model for you, and if your animal's wearing steel shoes, how to transition from steel shoes into hoof boots, because you don't just rip off the steel shoes and smack on hoof boots. There's a little more to it than that. So I use 4 different types of hoof boots very successfully on my animals. Like everything, there are people that just love one brand. But the deal is, hoof boots were really designed for horses. So a horse has a more like a C-shaped hoof. Donkeys and mules have more of a U-shaped hoof. So unless your mule has a really horse-like hoof, you might have some challenges getting those boots to stay on, not to rub, not to interfere with the mule's movements. So this is where I can come in and go over the different brands of hoof boots and find one that fits for you. So I want to just show you really quickly the 4 different brands of hoof boots I use to give you an idea kind of what might work for you or your animal. In no particular order. Easy Boots. It's an Easy Boot glove. This is a really great lightweight hoof boot. You see it's quite thin. Do you see all the dirt just fall down in there? That's because these get used a lot. They're beat up, and you can see they're all frayed. But this is a really good kind of a lightweight hoof boot. And don't let the light look of it fool you. These things, just these little pieces of Velcro on this garter, are actually incredibly secure. These hoof boots have hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of miles on them. So I've actually had really good luck in mud and rocks with these. So this is a good hoof boot if it fits your horse's or mule's hoof and kind of pairs up with what you do. So that's the Easy Boot glove. Next, Cavallo. So this is a Cavallo hoof boot. Now Cavallo uses a little different approach. There's this Velcro flap at the front that opens up. And then this closes around the hoof. And then you've got this Velcro flap that closes the boot. Also a very good boot. It's ruggedly built. I've had good luck with Cavallos on my mules. So another good choice to consider. Next we have the Scoot boot. So this is a Scoot boot. Again, more towards the kind of the minimalist, or if not minimalist, kind of a lighter weight boot for your horse. And again, when I say horse, I mean your horse or mule or donkey. But again, mules are a little bit more technical to fit because their hoof isn't exactly shaped like a horse's. So the scoot boot, had good luck with these. I've used these. I used this pair about 2 months ago on a ramble with my mule Polly, pulling her wagon incidentally. So hoof boots aren't just for riding; they could also be used, and I do use them for pulling wagons. Scoot boot. And then we have the Renegades. They're probably the most, what I would consider, heavy-duty hoof boot that gives you the most choices for adjustments. We got the 2 straps that keep it on. This is your heel captivator, this part here, toe strap, Velcro. And this hoof boot will give you the most flexibility as far as adjusting for example, hoof heel height. So you can adjust the heel height on this boot. And you've also got the toe strap and pastern strap. These can be rebuilt. You can pull these buttons off, pull the cables apart, and rebuild the boots. This is the boot that I use the most on my long distance travels. I've traveled thousands of miles with Renegades without a support team, without a farrier or trimmer coming behind me. I can rebuild these on the road, but they're a substantial boot. I love these boots, and yet I use 4 different brands on my mules, just depending sometimes on the mood, but a lot on what the hoof shape of that mule is that I'm riding. So that's just a very brief overview of the 4 different types of hoof boots that I wear on my mules. And again, I'm giving this program, How to Make Hoof Boots Work for You, at Leatherwood Mule Days. I'd love for you to come take a look. I'm giving the program the Thursday before Leatherwood Mule Days. The Mule Days at Leatherwood technically start on Tuesday evening when Ty Evans shows up. There's a welcome dinner for Ty. And then Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Ty Evans is giving a wonderful clinic. I've taken the clinic. It is fantastic. And also, my wife, Julia Carpenter, who's a founder of the Two-Step Way, will be giving individual sessions. And the Two-Step Way is really a fundamental approach to mules, donkeys, horses, and living. It's really a way of life. So, in a nutshell, the Two-Step Way is a 2-step way to be and to see. So think A, B, C, a 2-step way to be and to see. And so when we're around animals, it's very important to know how to be centered, be calm. But how the hell do you do that? Well, Julie will show you how with some very simple, very effective techniques. And then the seeing part of really seeing that there's a being inside that mule, that donkey, that horse, that dog that is standing in front of you. That seeing that is looking to you for cues, that wants you to reach out to what it's projecting to you. Julie can help you really see that animal in front of you. And incidentally, this works really well for people. This is a way of living. The 2-step way is a way of living. Julia can also be booked for individual sessions, 1.5-hour sessions throughout Leatherwood. And then Saturday and Sunday for Mule Days at Leatherwood is those are the big days. There's trail riding, there's show, there's the parade. So lots of great stuff to check out on the weekend. I'm giving my program, as mentioned earlier, Thursday from 6 to 7 p.m. I will be booking individual sessions. You can book me for 1.5 hours, Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday. Notice, I'm not taking sessions Saturday or Sunday at Mule Days, because damn it, I want to go riding. I want to be in the parade. There's this great parade at Leatherwood. If you haven't seen it or been in it, you got to come out. It's this wonderful loop of Leatherwood, like the resort, the stables, the barn area, see all your friends, and then you go across the street, right to the campground, and come back. It's fantastic. It's so much fun. I traditionally wear my top hat, but do come out. It's a wonderful place. It's Ferguson, North Carolina, Western North Carolina. That's kind of what I have on a little preview of the program I'm going to give on hoof boots. If you have any questions, drop me a message, drop me a line. If there's anything else you want to talk about, give me a shout, like wild bees. I love wild bees. I caught my first swarm last week. drop me a line. We'll talk boots or bees. Have a great day. I look forward to seeing you at Leatherwood Mule Days. Happy hoof booting.